what is up? This is One Big Bugga, and I'm coming at you with American Truck Simulator. Um, so I was recently asked, and I answered on my first American Truck Simulator, which, by the way, we should have sound now. I've tested, and the sound's coming through. Now it's just going to be a matter of game volume versus voice volume, and fine-tuning that. But I was recently asked, which game do I think is better? Euro Truck or American Truck? I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think the better game right now is Euro Truck Simulator 2. I mean, California and Nevada is a big area, but I can sit here and literally count how many cities there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 cities. That's it, 29 cities. There's only 2 trucks, and again, that's not SCS's fault. 2 trucks, 29 cities in California and Nevada. It just, I believe when Euro Truck came out, there was more content than that. There was more than 29 cities. There were more roads than this, than you see here. You can very lightly see the road map behind the in short, you can faintly see, the roads. More trucks, more maps, just all kinds of things like that. There's, to be fair, not a lot of content to this game right now. But mind you, I said right now. I know SCS, they're going to continue to work hard to nab more licenses for more trucks. They're going to continue to add to the map. And things will get better over time. But as things stand right now, because it's been going for so much longer, because there's so much more content, there's far more trucks, there's far more map that you can drive around in, and there's a lot more mod support for Euro Truck right now than there is American Truck, then yeah, Euro Truck Simulator 2 right now is the better game. That's just the way it is. But that doesn't mean I have a lot of hope, and I'm really looking forward to American Truck becoming just as good, if not better, because of everything SCS has learned about learned about the games and making them and all that. Just as good, if not better, than Euro Truck. So that's my opinion on the game right now. Is better. I remember somebody asking at some point, just making sure I remember somebody asking at some point, I believe it was on the Trucks in Reddit, if they think that SCS is going to make fake truck brands that look like the actual trucks, like for a while when I was playing, I don't know how many trucks Euro Truck Simulator came out with, Euro Truck Simulator 2 came out with. I don't remember how many trucks there were for that. I don't remember if I was there at the launch and how long Euro Truck Simulator 2 had been out when I started playing. I really don't. And that's fine in all due honesty. But when I started playing, and as many of you Euro Euro Truck enthusiasts know, at least one brand of truck needed to be, I forget how many gears I have. I used to have 12, 14 of those. A lot of you will know that Euro Truck had to have one fake brand, and that was Majestic. The Majestic series was Mercedes. Mercedes didn't license their trucks, but Euro Truck went ahead and included them anyways, and they just called them the Majestic. Eventually, Mercedes saw the benefit of having their truck, their name, and their license in, especially considering everyone else did, and jumped on the bandwagon, which is what we're all hoping that people will do with American trucks. That the American companies will open their freaking eyes and grant the licenses to SCS to put the trucks in the game. But otherwise, somebody was asking, do you think that, boy, slow down a bit too much. Will they put fake trucks into the game under fake names? Well, there are some issues to that I see. I was supposed to turn here. I saw him turn there and thought that that's where I was supposed to go. I'm doing very well, am I? No, I'm So, anyways, when asked that question, I would honestly think that the answer is going to be no, because there's problems behind that. Number one, you've already got a Freightliner, not Freightliner, you already got a Kenworth and a Peterbilt in the game, so you can't add more Freightliner. I keep wanting to say Freightliners. You can't add more. You really can't add more Peterbilts and Kenworths under a fake name. I mean, you could, but considering that these companies already gave you the license for one truck each, I don't see where they would allow you to fake trucks of theirs into the game. Not if you want to hurt the license chance that you have of getting more licenses for more trucks. And also putting in for other companies. Well, let's keep in mind, Europe, Great Britain and all that, not exactly as happy as the United States is, to be fair. And, this started, to me, this brought the whole infamous how bad America can be at suing people for things. There was that incident a long time ago, but everyone knows it even today, when a woman sued McDonald's because she spilled hot coffee on herself and burned herself. And sued McDonald's because the coffee was hot, and then she got burned because the coffee was hot. She ordered hot coffee, burned herself by being an idiot with it, and then sued McDonald's for millions, and won. And there's all kinds of frivolous cases like that. And so you're gonna wonder why people would be more cautious about doing things with American companies and whatnot. Well, there's a good reason right there. There's a really good reason right there. to put in trucks, even under a fake name, is still risking getting a cease and desist, is still risking court fees, huge fines for using the likeness of the vehicle, even if you put it under another name. And so that's why I kind of sit here and think to myself and say, I don't think so. Because I really feel like if they were going to, they would have already done it. I'm actually going too fast. I like to lock in around 75. Almost didn't see that, which would have been really bad. Like I said, in about a week, next week, Monday, thereabouts, next week, Tuesday, I'm going to go to my favorite Euro truck site and start looking for American trucks and see what's out there. See what other trucks might be available at that time. See if there's any trailer mods that might be available at that time. And just see what I can find. Hopefully we'll come up with something. I really think that's what's going to keep this game feeling fresh until SCS can make progress on more zones, more trucks, and whatnot. But regardless of what you think, it's actually nice whether you play Euro Truck, the original, Euro Truck 2, or American Truck Simulator, to have a good trucking sim game finally. And I apologize that if you get some noise or mic only, that would not be a problem, except keeping in mind I've had to go back to my old Razor Megalodons because my little girl decided, hey, look, microphone, it's Chew Toy. So my hybrid clouds. Yeah. Now, surprising to me, and I did not know this was going to happen. Recently, my mother-in-law took over the insurance policy to my car. Now, I say my car only because it's still in my name, but I don't see it as my car, and I've talked about this before. When I move back to the East Coast, regardless of where I go, I'm going to transfer my car into my mother-in-law's name, and I'm going to just give it to her to keep, to have, to use, whatever else. It's my wife's car. I see it as she bought it. She put the money down for it, allowed us to have it. I'm very happy that she was able to do that. The smile on her face the day that we drove from the dealership in a brand new 2 years old, I think. No, it was just a year old. So we got back in 2013. A 1 year old, 17,000 mile, not even 17,000, it's like 16,000 something mile, 2012 Scion. We got it at the end of 2013, so it's just a little over a year old. It was with, under 20,000 miles, under 17,000 miles. And even though I was driving, even though I was in the driver's seat, the smile on my wife's face, the pride that you could see that she had bought her own car again for the first time in, well, since we had been together for over 15 years. of her grandmother and I guess some money that she had set aside in a savings account with a credit union. She managed at one time to buy a blue Ford Explorer. At least this is what she told me. I'm not going to go into detail about what I knew about that. But there was this blue Ford Explorer that she said was her truck. She bought it with the help of her grandmother and money that she had saved. And the truck eventually ended up getting transferred over into the family's name because the family needed it. I'm just really not going to talk about it anymore than that. Needless to say, she kind of lost possession of it. And the truck ended up a derelict, sitting here in the backyard for quite some time. Not too many years after I believe it was a 98 Ford Explorer. Not Explorer. Ranger. Ford Ranger. Little Ranger truck. I think this one, we're just going to play it safe. Let's assume it's this way. I like that you can do that. Still earn a little bit of extra experience. Alright, now we unlock our high value cargo. Nice. The banks. Is the bank getting any better yet? No, still the 100,000. So, no, we're not going to do that yet. We'll take one more trip today. And, yeah. That's 395, that's 397. You know what? Even though it's the same truck, I believe, it's hard to tell because the two trucks look so similar. But I believe this is one and then this is the other. As a matter of fact, I think this is the Peterbilt, yeah. And this is the Kenworth. Let's take the this one because it's the I want to do the high rise rather than take this one again. So I think that'll be fun. So we'll take our car parts. So anyways, just checking the dashboard setup. So anyways, as I was talking about, to see the pride and joy in my wife's face when she was able to put the money down on that car and then we drove away with it, and how happy she it's been suggested that I could sell the car, and I'm like, I would have liked to been able to take the car with me when I moved, and there was the whole thing that I shipped the car to California, fly to California, pick the car up, and then from there drive from California to Massachusetts or Florida, which honestly would have been a dream fucking come true to me, and probably overall would have been cheaper than flying. But there's so many complications that come with that. Traveling with two small dogs for that distance, I would be sleeping in my car the entire time unless I could come across hotel rooms that were dog friendly. Pretty much. Things like that. This is unusual to me, a truck traveling in the outside lane. It's unusual to me in terms of the game. In terms of the United States, not so much. Probably shouldn't say lock in on 70 minutes. I used to travel 65 roughly in Euro truck. Here in American truck just seems like you go just so much faster, so much easier. I'm still below 1500 RPMs and even traveling 75. It seems like American truck, corner faster and you can travel faster. I also don't see a ton of obviously speed boxes on the side. Camera boxes for speed traps. Now there's been a complaint not too long ago about these older cars, this antique 57 Chevy. Actually, I wouldn't say it's just a standard 57 Chevy. It kind of looks like a 57 Chevy Bel Air. But I'm no expert. I can usually get cars mixed up. But there's been do they think that everyone drives it? No, they don't think everyone drives it. They know everyone doesn't drive it. Even though California is basically a really good place to go for antique cars because of the dry weather and the fact that it doesn't get too cold, and at least in some areas, the dry weather doesn't get too cold, doesn't rain very often in many areas. It's really good for post-head. Whoa, why are you braking so hard? So now we found the FedEx truck. We saw the UPS one. There's the FedEx one. Really? Excuse me a moment while I... It's a toll-free number anyways. I don't want anything to do with it. Not that it really matters. But, I've caught up all my bills this month. So, I'm not too worried. Oops. Sure which one that is. I've already contacted everyone that I know of and caught my bills up. All my bills, as far as I know, are caught up. So, doesn't matter, and I apologize for that. I actually haven't been up this early in the day in a while. I are not speeding. Jerks. Well, it doesn't matter. We're still good. Sorry, dude. I really can't go much further forward. Turning's gonna suck. Now, see, this is something that's a little bit more unrealistic in terms of the American intersections. Is that right now? Yeah, you see what we end up with here. Couldn't go. No car could go. Nothing could turn, and that's going to build up again, and we're going to be stuck again. Makes a case for just turning right here. That light up there would turn green, a green arrow, allowing my road to go and turn for a while before the other side started to turn and be able to turn. So I don't fully agree with that. But again, as I was saying with the older car, a lot of people started complaining about that a little bit. It's an interpretation. It's not an exact. And the older car is representative of the United States to some degree, because there's that fascination with antique cars. Right, look how slow I'm going. Don't you dare freaking give me any kind of... Feels like the bugs are going on. 11th gear, and I just made that climb no problem. This on-ramp isn't right either. Well, it could be, but I don't know any on-ramp that goes up like that and then just and then doesn't continue to give you a merge lane that you can go into, or it just immediately dumps into the main road. U-Haul truck. It does sound good, though. I will say that much. You can even hear the tire noise. Oh, that looks like our first look at a heavy load or high value cargo. Big bulldozer. Nice to know it's a big. But I've got a lot of topics that I went off on. I should really touch back. The one I want to touch back the most on is my wife and the car. I would love to be able to drive that car across country. It'd be a dream come true for me to be able to do that. And again, I think it would be cheaper than trying to fly. I don't like flying. I don't. I hate flying. And I thought that when I flew out here to Hawaii, it'd be the last time I ever had to fly like that. Fate decreed otherwise. And passed a lot of those in the United States, and when I was driving on the East Coast, never ran into one that was open. Kind of strange you were there, but there was menus. Anyways, talking about my wife again. I forget everything. So, well, yeah, I hate flying. I don't like flying. I never liked flying. I will like flying. Which is why I'd much rather drive, even though flying is supposed to be safer. I'm sorry, I'd rather drive. Because if I do get into a car accident, I have a better chance of surviving than if I get into a plane accident. Really? Why the hell is my brother-in-law calling? There's nobody home and he knows that. Yeah, I shouldn't be going that fast. I'm losing a lot of money doing that. But right now, it's not priority. When I get my own truck, priority. Right now, we're still waiting for the bank to just give us permission. Oops. God damn it. But again, going back to the car, my wife. Selling the car would be a great option. It'd give me extra money in order to help move back to the mainland. But again, I've got a couple problems with that. It's the same problems I have about taking the car. Problem number one, my mother-in-law is helping pay for it. So I don't think it's fair that I just take the car after they've invested some money into it. Even though I'll have invested far more than what they have. I still don't think it's fair. And I don't feel like selling the car and then taking the money is fair. Selling the car and then splitting the money with them is fair if I can't give them all the money that they invested in the car. Number two, and the other thing I have a problem with is, again, I see that as my wife's car. And I really feel like that given the choice, my wife would want them to have the car. Alright, let's do a where do you need it? This one doesn't look like it's too difficult. Years. Hopefully we make it. That was close. Good. Very good. Can we get our loan yet? No. Probably take a couple more deliveries to do that. Let's just take a look at the job market and see what we got in terms of pressure tank, car parts, furniture, road roller. You know, I may just take road roller, which I'm assuming is a steamroller. There's also a digger. This is 42,000 pounds, so frozen food, fertilizer, home accessories, furniture, fruit, oops, vegetables, furniture, accessories, rice, fertilizer. I'm just looking. Road roller, digger, home accessories, yogurt, curtains, construction houses. Interesting. I mean, again, if you take a look at this map, though, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the cities already. It looks like I kind of got a lot. But anyways, yeah, I really feel like that given the choice, because I can't take the car with me, my wife would rather have seen the car go to her family rather than be sold off. Then again, on the other hand, if it helped me get home, my wife would actually be okay with it being sold off, I'm pretty sure. But I don't want to sell my wife's legacy. I'd rather give it in the hands of her family for however long the car would last, especially seeing how it would really help our niece get back and forth to baseball and all that, and give my mother-in-law that little bit of freedom that she needs, that she's not always having to rely on my sister-in-law for her car and having to get up really early in the morning, take them to work and all that. There's just a lot of benefits that they'll get from having another car, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with putting out this money for the car and then just giving it to them. Kind of like the last thing I could do for them, you know? And that means a lot to me to be able to do that. So, anyways, before I get too melancholy, that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope you've been enjoying watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bugga. I'm going to be signing out.